You know what's wild? Teams are literally burning thousands of dollars and countless engineering hours training a model, only to realize at the end of it all that it still hallucinates. Why? Because they assume that if a model doesn't know their specific domain, they immediately have to reach for the absolute most complex tool in the toolbox, which is fine-tuning. But as we'll see, that's often completely the wrong approach, when a much cheaper, highly effective retrieval system would have solved the problem on day one.
Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are going to build a definitive decision framework to help you match the right lever to your actual problem. Our goal here is simple. We want to stop you from wasting time, compute, and money on the wrong AI architectural choices by defaulting to the most complex option. Here is a quick look at our agenda. We'll cover the costly mistake, prompting as the baseline, RAG as the context engine, and fine-tuning. Then we'll map it all out in a decision flowchart and test it with some real-world scenarios. We're building from the lightest touch all the way up to the most complex. Okay, Section 1. The costly mistake. Confusing knowledge with behavior. The sheer scale of the mismatch in the industry right now is actually pretty staggering. Look at the data. Roughly 70% of production large language model problems are solved by just better prompting, better retrieval, or a mix of both, not fine-tuning. The core misunderstanding here is treating missing facts as a reason to change the model itself. Fine-tuning is an incredibly expensive and rigid answer to the complaint the model doesn't know about our domain. When your model starts hallucinating facts about your internal documents, your actual problem is almost always just a retrieval gap. And that is something you can solve much more cheaply and reversibly. So let's look at the first and easiest tool you should be reaching for. Section 2, prompting, the baseline lever. Prompting is, at its core, telling the model how to act. It is fantastic for things like instruction formatting, dialing in the output structure, setting a specific persona or tone, breaking down tasks, and giving few-shot examples of the exact input-output behavior you expect. It's the cheapest, fastest lever you have, with the absolute lowest activation energy. But we have to be realistic about its limitations. Prompting structurally cannot give a model access to information that simply isn't in its training data or its context window. It also totally struggles with keeping behavior consistent on long-tail task variants that your handful of few-shot examples just don't cover. But what happens when prompting just isn't enough to ground the model in your specific facts? That brings us to Section 3, RAG, the context engine. Think of Retrieval-Augmented Generation, or RAG, as basically giving your model an open book exam. It works by injecting specific, current, proprietary, or high-volume external information directly into the model's context right at inference time. The real beauty here is that you're doing all this without changing the underlying weights of the model. Instead of trying to permanently bake proprietary information into a model's brain, you are dynamically handing it a reference library to read exactly when it needs it. RAG is an absolute game changer, but you have to understand its boundaries. It brilliantly solves the exact problems prompting can't. Things like getting past knowledge cutoffs, accessing your private databases, or querying massive document corpora that are way too huge to fit into a single prompt. But RAG won't solve everything. It is not going to suddenly give a model a base task capability that it completely lacks. It's not going to force a consistent output format on highly complex multi-step tasks. And honestly, it's not the right tool for deep stylistic adaptation to a specific domain's unique quirks and conventions. Which brings us to the heavy lifter, Section 4, fine-tuning, changing model weights. If RAG is handing the model a textbook for an open book exam, fine-tuning is literally performing brain surgery. Fine-tuning actively modifies the model's underlying weights to make specific behaviors, response styles, or task capabilities far more reliable. You are fundamentally rewiring how the model thinks. It is exactly the right choice when your model actually needs to be different rather than just needing to know more. So, when do we actually use this? You pull the fine-tuning lever when the task requires a capability the base model just consistently fails at, even when you give it flawless prompting and relevant context. We're talking about things like forcing highly specific structured output formats on really weird edge cases. It's also perfect for adopting highly specific domain reasoning patterns, or, and this is a big one, for inference cost reduction. Sometimes a fine-tuned smaller model can match the performance of a massive base model on one specific task, which totally justifies the upfront training cost. But remember our costly mistake from the beginning. Fine-tuning is emphatically not the answer for the model doesn't know our facts. Facts belong in a retrieval layer, not baked into the weights. Okay, let's make this highly actionable. Section 5, the Diagnostic Decision Flowchart. Let's walk through a concrete diagnostic framework your engineering teams can use right now. Always start from the problem description. If you are dealing with missing or constantly changing facts, RAG is your primary tool. Need a specific persona or tone, just default to prompting. But if you're hitting complex format failures despite your absolute best prompts, or you're dealing with massive query volumes and strict low latency requirements, that is when fine-tuning earns its keep. Keep in mind, these tools are not mutually exclusive. You will very often combine them, but mapping the core problem to the right primary lever right out of the gate is going to save you massive amounts of engineering overhead. All right, time to put all this theory to the test. Section 6, Real-World Application Scenarios.
Here is scenario A. You've got a team that wants to build a Q&A system over a really large, frequently updated internal knowledge base. Which lever are you pulling here? Take a quick second to guess. If you guessed RAG, you hit the nail on the head. Not fine-tuning. Think about it. If you fine-tuned a model for this, you'd lock yourself into a constant, incredibly expensive retraining cycle every time a single internal document was updated. RAG handles dynamic documents elegantly and way more cheaply. Let's try scenario B. The model absolutely must produce outputs in a very specific structured format, but it keeps messing it up, even when you feed it detailed few-shot prompting. What's the right choice? For this one, the solution is fine-tuning on those format examples, because this is a core capability and behavioral issue, and we already know prompting structurally can't fix it here. You have to actually change the model's weights so it adopts that exact output pattern reliably. Last one, scenario C. A team wants the model to adopt a highly specific persona and communication style, but they don't need to change any of its underlying knowledge. How are we solving this? Yep, you probably guessed it. That's a prompting job. Prompting is the absolute cheapest, fastest, and lowest friction way to adjust a persona. There is zero need to perform brain surgery when a solid set of instructions will get the job done perfectly. So to tie this whole shebang together and lock in these boundaries, prompting is simply telling the model how to act. RAG is giving it an open book, and fine-tuning is performing brain surgery. Keep that analogy in your back pocket, and you'll always reach for the right tool. We have covered evaluation, observability, and how to serve and optimize LLM systems. The last arc covers something that becomes critical as these systems become more consequential: governance, security, and keeping the whole loop running sustainably over time. Before we officially wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final provocative thought. What is the real cost of getting your AI architecture wrong on day one? Seriously, take a hard look at your own systems right now. Assess whether you are actually using the right levers for the right problems, and make those corrections today before you even attempt to scale. Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.